So, Rachel, our first question gonna be, which is
Okay.
also a classic question, which I start the webisode with, is
Mhm.
for those watching from home who might not be familiar with you yet, please share about yourself, who you are, what you do, and why this conversation is the one they should be listening to.
Yeah, so I'm Rachel. I'm a video journalist, a presenter, and an artist. Use my platform to speak a lot about politics, but in terms of how do we make politics accessible? How do we speak about the climate injustice while making it accessible? And I think that people should listen to this episode because I don't know, it's just going to be something that's maybe a different perspective, something that you've heard before. And also, I don't know, I love listening to podcasts of little, conversations and stuff. So
Yeah,
maybe, yeah, maybe other people will be interested in what we have to discuss here today as well.
right. So you mentioned about politics. What is my rule? I try not to be talking about politics and religion on the podcast because
Mhm.
I believe that's totally a different way and everyone has their own um views on how they look politics and religion. So religion is still on the side, but after having conversation with over 50 people, 50 advocates, influencers, designers all across the world, I feel like politics or the policies by the government makes a huge difference. How
Mhm.
people gonna act, how
Yeah,
factories or businesses gonna act.
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I should be mentioning about it a little more now because I believe that's the thing we should make the awareness so people or
Mhm.
we can come up with some of the policies or the existing policies we can discuss that.
Yeah. I feel like with politics as well, it's like everything's political. And I feel like a lot of people don't really understand what I mean when I say that, but it's like if you look at even in the UK right now, there's a cost of living crisis, but it's
Mm.
because our government have been selling off assets, to private investors for years, and we're kind of copying the US, it's like that's kind of like a model that the US have had for centuries.
Hmm.
So yeah, when I say I speak about politics, it's more like raising awareness of the injustice that
Yeah.
people who are meant to be looking after us are actually doing against us because we follow their rules. We listen to them for advice. They're the people who are meant to be looking after us. But a lot of the time, they're saying one thing or, they're promoting something that's meant to be good for us when actually it's acting directly against us, but it's in their gain. So yeah, I think that's why I like to speak about it because I understand that politics is a really overwhelming thing and there's a lot of inaccessible language that people don't really know. I don't even understand half the stuff that comes out. I'm like, I don't get it. But that's the whole point. Politics, it was never really meant to be accessible because if you understood all of these big words and stuff, you'd understand the level of
Hmm.
injustice. Um,
It's not a
yeah.
perfect thing.
Yeah, it's not. And and I think speaking about politics, about anything, you're bound to get things wrong, because you all everyone steps into these conversations with a baseline of not really knowing anything. And until you actively start learning stuff, that's when you'll start gaining some knowledge. But it's like any
Hmm.
skill, you're gonna mess up along the way. But you just need to keep at it because you can only learn from those mistakes, and from those mistakes you
Right.
get better about speaking about things or about taking action on certain things or yeah, just listening about these things without getting really overwhelmed. All of these things are just skills to develop.